on, my son. Get in there, you freaking absolute beauties. How's it going, everyone? United have just smashed up the Seagulls. Have some of that, Brighton. Oh, it's a mangasm all over the South Coast, my friends, because United have just gone there and banged them right up. 3-0 to Manchester United. Stick that in the freaking pipe and smoke it, Graham Potter. Expelliarmus, back to freaking Hogwarts you go, you anonymous melt. But get in there, we've gone to the Amex Stadium and we've completely done the freaking job on them there, man. Where's our loyalty points? Do you know what I mean? Don't we get some loyalty points or something to go on the old card? But anyway, it's a bag of shite, isn't it? But anyway, what a terrible stadium name. But enough about that. Let's get into the performance of Manchester United. We completely dominated Brighton tonight. One of the very best performances we've seen by this Manchester United side under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think it's fair to say, because of just how confident we were about going about our responsibilities of cutting them open. You have to remember that before we got Bruno in, before Pogba came back, we were struggling to break teams down, even the really lowly teams. We were struggling to penetrate them. If teams kept numbers behind the ball, we really struggled to create and penetrate teams. But now, it's like we have penetration in the ranks. You know, we've got some big penetrators out there in the shape of Paul Pogba, in the shape of Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood. I mean, we've got some serious talents out there on the pitch for United now. Players with intelligence, with vision, with execution, leaders, influencers out there on the pitch for United in a massively positive way, which just was not the case 6 months ago or a year ago. So United have come on massively, and I have to say, I really do believe that this United side are back, lads and lasses. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has got us back to where we should be, which is dispatching bullshit sides like Brighton easily. Dispatching sides like Sheffield United easily. These sorts of the sorts of fixtures we'd have melted a year ago. So we are back, lads and lasses, to a degree. But we are back because we're doing what we should be doing. Dominating the lesser sides and making them look like bang average mugs compared to the quality side of players we got out there. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he deserves all the credit in the world. All you Ollie out mount brains from a few months back who were jumping on the old bandwagon just after a poor little bit of a run need to sort your bloody selves out, you soft wanks, honestly, because it's the disgrace, man. Just admit you were wrong. Admit Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the man for the job. Admit Ole's at the wheel and tell me how good does it feel, man. It feels good with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the wheel because he's progressing this side. His signings have been amazing. The style's coming along. You can't expect a man to perform without the necessary instruments in front of him. You know, Stevie Wonder might be able to play the shit out of a piano, but if you don't give him a piano, what's he going to do? You know what I mean? If you give him a couple of boxers, fair enough, he might make a little drum pattern, but that's what he's going to be able to do. Same with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer early on. He needed Maguire. He needed Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He needed Pogba coming back into it. He needed Bruno Fernandes. And I just think that now he's got a lot of these pieces to the puzzle, you're going to see a much better United. He's done tremendously. Think about where he's been in his career. He's managed Molde. He got sacked from Cardiff. He doesn't have the experience for this job. He's a PE teacher. He's a freaking PE teacher. He's a physical education teacher, this guy. He should be teaching kids how to bloody do star jumps, not being a football manager. That's what a lot of these tossers have been saying over the months. But I think finally now we can just say, look, it's not even about experience. It's not even about that. We've tried Jose. We tried LVG. The baby-faced assassin is the man for me. He's the man for me. He's the one. He holds himself the right way. He loves this club. He's got us in the right direction. He's invested in the youth. He has us playing better style football. Look at us penetrating Brighton tonight. Look at us ripping open Sheffield United, going away to Norwich in the FA Cup, playing badly and getting the win. That is a sign of a good team. And that's exactly what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been doing. So I want to say massive shout out to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I freaking love you, my friend. I love you. I want to get a garden gnome, you know, a replica of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to stick in the garden with a fishing rod. That's how much I love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Somebody should make one of those. There's probably already one out there that looks a little bit like him anyway. But the point I'm making is, he's just a hero of mine because he's come up against all this adversity, all that pressure. He didn't even have enough time in the job. LVG, Jose, they had money, they had years. People were calling for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to leave after not even having a full season in the job. You're a disgrace, folks. Of course, not all you guys, the people that actually had their heads switched on and understood that this was a rebuilding process and it was a transitional period. It wasn't just going to be given to us overnight. So look, I'm sorry, I'm happy. I'm actually happy. I'm really happy. Sorry, I'm just laying into all these OLE out turds because it pisses me off, man. But let's not forget about that. I think they all just need to understand now they were wrong. They were tits. Hold your hands up. Say, I was a massive tit and I didn't believe in OLE and I'm a tit. Just say it. And that's fine. And we can put it behind us and we can move on. And we can understand that OLE's doing actually amazing things at United and just been summarised by another fantastic display. Okay, it's only away to Brighton. These are what people will say. Well, I hope it's no bloody Arsenal melters are going to say that because they can't say shit the mid-table fodder. Can they? Can they? No, they can't. Mopé done them the other day. Made them look like a right bunch of tits in the process. They took points off of Leicester the other day. They've been in a good bit of form, Brighton. So this isn't an easy game to go away to the Amex at this moment in time. It's not an easy game, but United made it look like an easy game. We made them look like a bunch of second-class melters out there. And it was just a faultless performance by United. Okay, let's get into it then, everybody. Thank you so much to everybody that's tuning in for the live show tonight. Really appreciate everybody that's watching. Do us a massive favour. Smash that like button. 2-foot tackle that like button if you can. It definitely helps us out on YouTube with the algorithm and all that. So please do help us. It tremendously helps us. So thank you guys for doing that. And everyone that's getting in here. Show your love, show your support, get your opinions in the live comment section. I want to hear what you guys thought about that display tonight. I need to know what you guys think about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United right now. But before we dive into your comments, I'm just going to break down the performance a little bit. What I liked about the performance tonight is there was bags of effort, there was bags of energy out there. The team was really trying. I mean, we had 69% possession going in at half-time, but you wouldn't know it, the amount of running that the team did to win it back in certain areas, pressing high, getting right at them. As soon as it's lost, we won it back. We kept hold of it very well tonight, and the team just worked their absolute socks off for each other. Certain performances out there, which I'll get into a minute, just absolutely blew me away. The effort levels from Bruno Fernandes, Nemanja Matic, etc., covering the amount of ground they did, insane. There was nothing static about Nemanja Matic tonight at all. He was all over the gaff like a freaking fully charged Frankenstein, and it was great to see. But let's go through the team ratings and everybody. I know people like to hear what I think about that, and then we'll get into what you guys think about it. But I must just say, the quality of the football tonight, sensational. The first goal by Mason Greenwood was as sexy as it comes. The class from the lad, 18 years of age, taking the ball forward like that, winning it back, one thing on his mind, take it towards goal, beat the defender, tuck it in near stick. Unbelievable finish, unbelievable play by Mason Greenwood, and he's going to be one of the best players ever to have played the game. That's right, you heard it here, and I'm sure you're thinking it yourself, because at 18 years of age, how can he have that vision for that third goal as well? How can he have that execution, that ability to pull off something like that? It just comes naturally to that kid. He's a natural talent, man. Left foot, right foot, whatever foot. Third foot, probably put it in with his dick if you asked him. Do you know what I mean? He's that freaking got much that of a good touch. He's damn good, Mason Greenwood. So I'm loving it. I'm loving the performance out there from Mason. One of the best I've seen from him also. And my oh my, how much better is he on that right-hand side than Daniel James? It's just obvious. The technique, he's just unbelievable. The vision, man. That ball in for Bruno Fernandes' volleyed goal was quite spectacular. It was right out the top drawer. And the ball from Nemanja Matic in the middle of the park to set it up. That was one of my favourite United goals all season long, that one. The technique, the vision from Nemanja Matic to get the ball away, the vision once again and execution by Mason Greenwood to get it into the back post, pinpoint pass to Bruno, and then the fantastic finish by Bruno Fernandes to volley it past Ryan in Brighton's goal. It doesn't get much better than that. That's a classic Manchester United counter-attacking goal. Right out the top drawer, one for the annals, one for the history books, one for the freaking highlight reel. It really was. It was a sexy goal, man. Yeah, VK Dean, shout out to you. Comments and said it was like Robin van Greenwood. That third goal, though. Oof. Oh, mangasm of a goal. So let's get into the ratings then, guys, of the individual team. Overall, the team's performed fantastic, though. I just want to say that. And Brighton were no pushovers. That's why it's such a good result, because they are in a good team in a good bit of form right now, to be perfectly honest. And it was a tricky game. Tough one to navigate. We have navigated it. That's all I can really ask for. Do us a favour, guys. Give it a share on social media if you can. I've just realised I haven't shared this video on social media. So I've had a mare there. So if somebody can tweet it out on my behalf or whatever, that'd be awesome. awesome. Thank you, guys. And also do hit that thumbs up button. Right then, let's get into it. So David De Gea in Manchester United's goal, I thought he didn't have a whole lot to do, to be perfectly honest, up until the second half when he's pulled off a couple of absolutely world-class saves. Trossard for one of them, giving him just an absolutely unbelievably hard ball to get across to. But what does David De Gea do? He gets across to it. He makes the save. There was another unbelievable shot that he saved from Mopé after he came on as well. David De Gea has kept Manchester United having a clean sheet tonight. He's the reason we got a clean sheet. We defended pretty well throughout, to be fair, but they did have a couple of chances. They could have scored a couple of goals, perhaps should have scored a couple of goals, if not for that unbelievable goalkeeping display from David De Gea keeping the clean sheet for us. So I've got to give him an 8 tonight, and I'm so happy for David that there was no errors. I'm so happy that when he's been called upon, he's kept that concentration and he's delivered. Because, you know, even if he concedes those 2, you couldn't really say that he should have, you know, done much better because they were unbelievable placed and hard, powerful shots. But he's got across them. He's made the save. And like I say, massive performance from David De Gea. So happy that he's not made any errors because for his confidence, he just needs to put a good run together now. And it was certainly a really good game from him tonight. Left back Luke Shaw then, very bright, very positive. Had a hand in the first goal, playing it back inside, and obviously it went to Pogba, and you know, eventually it's found its way to Greenwood. But Luke Shaw had a very positive game tonight, defensively very sound, much better than we've seen from him recently, I think, actually defensively. Like, just very solid tonight. Wasn't any real drama showed from him. I can't really remember a time in the game where we've just been completely exposed, whereas in the previous game when Luke Shaw played, we were exposed quite a bit, and the game before that. But this game, solid as a rock, good going forward. Got to give him a solid 7 out of 10. I can't really fault the performance of Luke Shaw. Thought he's done very, very well tonight. Shout out to Luke Shaw. Little bit surprised he was starting, actually, based on him looking tired in the last game against Norwich and played a lot of minutes recently. Thought Brandon Winnings would come on instead. Obviously, he came on later and looked fantastic as well. We got such a bevy of options now. Oh, it's beautiful. Anyway, so he gets a 7. Inside, then let's have a look at the centre-backs. You know, they've kept a clean sheet. They've done just about enough. Lindelof, I thought, was actually pretty damn fantastic tonight. Just solid. Didn't really put a foot wrong. Read the game fantastically well. Completely had their attackers in his pocket. Got to give him a 7 out of 10. Slabby Maguire, there was one moment, really, which, to be honest, one of the goals... one of the chances that Brighton had that David De Gea has made a world-class save from was actually from a little bit of sloppy Harry Maguire defending, where he's just put it into the path of Mopé and sort of gifted him an opportunity. But other than that, he's barely put for wrong. I'm going to give him a 6.5. I've got to give him slightly less than Lindelof because I just thought Lindelof was a little bit better. Right back, I would say Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you know, solid as they come, going forward. Again, showed why he's got the ability to beat a defender and whip a deadly ball in. Solid as they come defensively. 7.5 from me from Wan-Bissaka. You know, it doesn't really get... You don't really need anything more than that. That's a stunning performance by Wan-Bissaka. Not quite up to the standard of a couple of previous games, just simply because, you know, he didn't get an assist or anything like that. But in terms of just his overall performance, solid as ever. He's the most dependable, consistent player I can remember play for Manchester United, probably since Michael Carrick, in all honesty. Somebody who's just consistent every single week, turns up every single week, barely makes a mistake, barely puts a foot wrong. Okay, everyone has a bad game here and there, but he's so consistent. So yeah, massive shout out to Wan-Bissaka. Right then, let's get into the rest of the team. Nemanja Matic. Now, this is a candidate for man of the match, to be fair. Nemanja Matic he covered so much ground. He's given United so many forward passes. You know what I mean? Like, he's passed it forward so many times. Usually, he's a side pass king. Today, he did that too, and he's kept hold of it. He's calmed it down. He's been that anchor in midfield for us. But he's also got United away many times with his forward passes today, an aspect of Nemanja Matic's game that we don't really consider. But he actually played some fantastic threaded passes. He got his head up. He got United away a whole bunch of times. He's worked his socks off. He's nullified Brighton in every single way. He's been the perfect foil once again for Paul Pogba to allow him and Bruno to go in Galavan. And Nemanja Matic, to me, you know, he gets an 8.5. It was stunning from Nemanja Matic. Didn't put a foot wrong. Metronome in midfield there. Pass master extraordinaire. 6'5", Frankenstein's monster, fully charged. Doesn't get any freaking better than that, does it? So Nemanja Matic, to me, I thought he's put in a brilliant performance tonight, and I can't really fault him. Great to see what a turnaround he's had in his Manchester United career. Nemanja, the absolute man. Paul Pogba as well, crikey, what can you say? I mean, the impact Paul Pogba's had since coming back into this team, you cannot discount it. It's incredible. He's probably been the best player, or certainly one of the best players, over the period since we've come back after lockdown. He's looked tremendous. Since that 30-minute cameo in his first performance back, he's played his way back into United's team and back into United's fans' hearts, as far as I'm concerned, with the sort of displays he's putting out there. He's looking committed. He's working his socks off. He's creating. He's influencing. Did you see the little cheeky ball in for Bruno Fernandes' first goal today? I mean, you know, it's just so nonchalant. It's so brilliant, the vision, the execution, the ability to just completely take defenders out of the game and tee his teammate up, you know, time and time again. And he did it time and time again today. So for me, Pogba, although, you know, he didn't get his name on the score sheet, whatever, he still influenced the game. He's pulled the strings. He's done tremendously well. I've got to give him a solid 8 out of 10 performance for Paul Pogba. Spot on it was. Bruno Fernandes in front, what can you say, man? This man pulling the strings. I was a bit surprised he started the game, but fair play to Ole Gunnar, man. Shout out to Ole Gunnar. This is another thing I want to shout out to Ole Gunnar, because he's just selected the best team. This is the best Man United team that he could have really put out tonight. Shows the intent, perfect balance with Matic, Pogba, Bruno there. Shows the intent that we have in the side and what Ole Gunnar's trying to do, which is win every single game now between now and the end of the season. He started Bruno, and he had the impact desired, which enabled us to be able to take him off a bit later after the job was done. Managerial masterclass, actually, from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tonight. He's just got it bang on in every single aspect and how we've played and how he's judged the game and the selection and everything. But yeah, Bruno pulled the strings. Of course, he's got 2 goals tonight. Probably gets the man of the match performance because of those 2 goals. You know, the fact that he's taken that so fantastically well, that volley. And that was one of the best goals I've seen all season. Like I say, the counter-attacking nature of it. Matic cannot discount his part in that goal. That volley, that chest, that volley to get it away. The vision, the execution of the volley. Greenwood, man, unbelievable. But we'll get back onto Bruno. So Bruno's volleyed it in and he's got himself 2 goals. Generally pulled the strings as well. What can I say? I mean, I've got to give him a 9 out of 10. I can't give him a 10 out of 10 because I've got to give that to somebody like Martial, who scored that hat-trick the other day, had 4 chances, scored 3 of them, and set Rashford up with his other one, you know? So that is a faultless performance. 10 out of 10, 3 goals. Obviously, but Bruno, you know, for a midfielder, what does he need to do? Influence the game, cut the opposition open, keep hold of the ball when needed, generally be a calming, control and influence in that, and also orchestrate things going forward. And he's done all of that today. So really, you know, you could ask for a higher rating, but I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. He was sick. Rashford, maybe a little bit quieter than he has been recently because, you know, like I say, he didn't get on the score sheet, the assists or whatnot, but it didn't really matter because he was interlinking fantastic well with Martial as they do. Do not discredit the work that Rashford and Martial did up there. It's easy to say that they didn't play as good as they have done recently. It's easy to say just because they didn't score, get on the score sheet or assist or whatever, that they hadn't played that great. But actually, the teamwork that they put in there today, the pressing, the non-stop pressing up the pitch, the work that they've done closing down the opposition in the final third cannot be discounted, man. So Rashford gets a solid 7 out of 10 for me today. I think he's performed very well. I think he's worked his socks off for the team and he deserves a heck of a lot of credit. He's definitely one of our best players of the season. Martial up top. Let's give Martial a 7 as well for the same reasons as I've given to Rashford. He may have not got on the score sheet as our number 9, but what he did do is harry the opposition, work the channels non-stop, give them something to think about non-stop, and allow the other players to be creative. And that's why you've seen, you know, space for players like Bruno Fernandes and things like that. So Martial today, solid performance from him. Look, he didn't get on the score sheet, but he worked his socks off for the side, and I'm loving what I'm seeing from Martial in this recent, upturn coming back in the number 9 position. Over on the right, Mason Greenwood, let's talk about it. I mean, candidate for my man of the match again, because the way that he's gone about it today is that of a player who is in the full pomp and the full peak of their powers. I'm talking Neymar or some shit. I'm talking 26-year-old freaking Neymar or some shit. That's how much he was influencing the game. Like, he was so damn good on that right-hand side. Taking players on, having that vision, waiting for the overlapping runs, passing the lovely little dink balls in behind. causing all sorts of problems for Brighton's defence with those jinking runs inside, those step-overs. That first goal was straight out of the Robin van Persie peak of the Powers playbook, man. You know what I mean? The way he's just completely bamboozled the defender, got that half a yard, few step-overs, done the defender like you wouldn't believe, and then smashed it in there at the near post. It doesn't get any better than that, lads and lads. That is a genius goal. He's created that out of nothing, pretty much, as well. Pretty much out of nothing. Like, he's won the ball back. There's 2 or 3 shirts in between him and the goal, and he's found a route to goal, which most people wouldn't even have the bollocks to try, let alone the skill, let alone the vision, let alone the execution to be able to actually do it. So I think Mason Greenwood's a special talent, one of the best players in the world in the future. No doubt about it to me. I've got to give him an 8.5 out of 10. No, 9. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10 as well. I wanted to differentiate Bruno and Greenwood a little bit, but I'm not going to. I'm going to give them both 9s with the caveat that maybe Bruno's the man of the match. But really, I think Greenwood, if you look at that ball for that third goal as well, oh my days! It's not just about his goal that he scored. His overall wing play, I mean, switched over to that left-hand side, whether he's on the right, whether he's on the left, he was formidable. That Matic ball into him, he's taken it brilliantly, and that ball into Bruno Fernandes for that volley is 10 out of 10 ball. It's inch perfect, man. You can't get it any better than that into your forward at the back stick. It was that good of a pass. He's taken 3 Brighton players out of it with that ball. And Bruno's banged it in, said thank you very much, Mason. So yeah, 9 out of 10 performance by Mason Greenwood. 10 out of 10 by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's right, people keep asking me, what's my rating for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? It's a freaking 10, okay? Because he's got the selection bang on. He's bossed the game 3-0. We've penetrated them, we've dominated them, we've ruined them. We've gone to Brighton and we've choked out the Seagulls. What more can you ask for? Get in, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We love you, Solskjaer. By Ole Solskjaer, you make me happy when skies are grey. Though Alan Shearer, he may be dearer. Please don't take my Solskjaer away. Come on, my son, Ole Gunnar. Oh, right, okay then, everybody. Let's get into your comments then. Thank you so much to everybody that's tuning in and watching this post-match show. Once again, massive shout out to you all. Do us a favour, hit that thumbs up button, lads and lasses. Chuck a cheeky little like on it if you can. Let's see if we can get somewhere near 100 likes on this post-live video while it's on. That'd be sick. And thanks to everybody that's watching. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. Click that bell icon to be notified when we go live on this channel also. And that's probably a good idea. Yeah, you should do that. But thanks to everybody that's watching and getting in here and commenting. Let me read your comments out then, guys. Great performance tonight, though. What a team. What a bloody team, man. We're back, man. United are back in a lot of ways. And, okay, we're not right there where we can challenge for the title next year, I don't think. But we're not far away. You know, we've got young players developing. How good's Rashford going to be in 2-3 seasons? How good Greenwood's going to be in 2-3 seasons? How good's Wan-Bissaka going to be? Already is. It's unbelievable. Right, okay, then. Makeu says that's not the proper lyrics, Pig. Well, I might have messed up. I don't know. But it's class. Griffo Chaz says, if it wasn't for James starting a United shirt, United wouldn't be in a UCL race. Respect him. I'm glad you've brought up that point, Griffo Chaz, because I noticed Dan James was only on the pitch for about bloody 5-10 minutes at the end of the game. He's had a couple of chances, which, by the way, he's got himself into the good position of being in there for those chances, and he has fluffed them. And look, his output is not great. But we always said, coming back after lockdown, there's going to be an adaptability period where people are going to have to adapt, and some will adapt better, some will adapt worse, some will come back fit, some will come back sharper, some will come back blunt, so to speak. And I think Daniel James maybe fits into that a little bit. And the thing is with Dan James is, like you say, Griffith, at the start of the season, he's come in there. We signed him from a championship side for not a lot of money at all. And it's suddenly like people are expecting him to be like a full-on Gareth Bale match winner for us. But that's not realistic. He's 21. He's a young lad coming up from the championship. We were lucky we managed to get that out of him at the start of the season as far as I'm concerned. He's a useful player to have, and that's it right now. Maybe in 5 years' time, he can go on and be a top-level player. I do believe that is still the possibility, you know, for a flying winger. He doesn't have the intelligence or the vision or the execution of Greenwood or somebody like that, you can see. But in terms of being a flying winger, getting down the byline, whipping balls in, having shots, of course, he can do that. He's already shown that for Manchester United at the start of the year. So I agree with you, Griffo. Everyone getting bang on Dan James again Just lay off, man. It's just probably the same people who are saying Ollie out, man. It's ridiculous. He's a young kid. It's not his fault that he's got the mantle of supposedly being this top-class player already. He's a young kid coming up from the Championship, and he's going to have a learning curve. And look, he's only should ever probably be a backup for Manchester United anyway. If we're talking about who's quality, who's got the ability going forward, you're going to see Mason Greenwood in there 10 times out of 10 over Dan James in that position. You just are, because he offers you something different and something better. But you know what Dan James offers you? He offers you sheer raw pace and danger coming on late in games. You know, there's no reason why we can't use Dan James as a impact substitute late on. That's all he does. He's super sub. He comes on, end of games. He rinses teams with his pace. He's got the half a yard on most players anyway, let alone towards the end of games, man. And he can do some damage. That's what the future I see for Dan James at United. There's nothing wrong with that. And people are getting bang on it like James is supposed to be Neymar or some shit. It's not accurate, man. It's not realistic. It's not right. He's not that player for us. He's a backup, man. So lay off him. Manchester United fan says, Pig, you was Ollie out. I've never been Ollie out, my friend. You are absolutely having a mare on that one. You've got it wrong. I was definitely Moisey out. At the end, I was LVG out. At the end, I was Mourinho out. But not at one point have I ever been Ollie out. In fact, quite the opposite, my friend. So you got it completely wrong. No, I didn't. Here, Snark says, Pig was never Ollie out. He was fair and balanced all throughout and very much Ollie in. Yeah, get your facts right before you come here spewing your nonsense, son. Well, hello there, says DJ. As a backup for Sancho would be good. He also has a lot of pace, which could prove useful when the opposition is tired. Hey, man, I fully agree with that. Like I said, impact substitute makes a lot of sense for him to come on late in games and hurt teams with his pure pace. Derek Jason says, today I'm thinking what exactly we need in our team. If Pogba gives us time, we can get the likes of Liverpool and City. Grealish and Sancho will absolutely give us competition in the team. That's it. I think we're only really a couple of key players away now from having a side that is capable of challenging the top sides in the league. People like Jadon Sancho. Of course, Grealish is an option. I'm not so sure about his attitude, whatever. But he is an unbelievable player out there on the pitch for them. And I've seen it with my own eyes. I think he would be very, very good. Lenny Turner says, Pig, can we win the Premier League title with Maguire-Lindelof centre-back partnership? Well, Lenny, I mean, it's early days really again with that one, but I mean, I'm not going to lie and say that it's like watching prime Rio and Vidic out there, because it's just not. They do have some issues. They have created errors, just in the last few games, let alone being faultless. But look, who's to say that they can't? They can forge a good partnership. They are both good players. I personally think that if we are ever going to be a side with a top centre-back pairing, maybe we do need to bring another centre-back in, because Maguire and Lindelof, there's questions there, isn't there? There's questions there. But no, I do think that they're good players, and I do think maybe they can forge that partnership, but, Jarvis Cocker says, Martial with another anonymous game and an inconsistent performance. Is he our future striker to be a little title challenging club? Why or why not? Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but you say that, but did he? It's not like he missed any sitters or open goals or did anything bad. What he did actually was press, lead from the front. He worked his socks off. He was coming deep a lot of the time as well to have an influence in our play. And he did do that. And also, I just thought that he led the line really well. He ran the channels really well. He worked very well. And it's not all about scoring goals all the time. It's about allowing others the opportunities to score the goals too. And he did a good job tonight. Look, it wasn't a 10 out of 10 performance like the Sheffield United game, but I also thought that he's actually done all right. I thought he's done pretty well working up there for the team. Same with Rashford. Don't discount what those two did for the team tonight just because they didn't get an assist or get on the score sheet. They actually did pretty good in terms of helping the rest of the players around them. Look, he's not banged one in from 30 yards. He's not scored a hat-trick. It's not that great of a performance, but he's done okay. So I don't think we should say, look, Martial's had a bad game for this one. I think he's just had an okay game, and he's helped the side to a 3-0 victory. I think that's what we have to say on that one. But fair play. Illis says Martial's today not good as well. JP says thought opinion matters. Fire Can Rap says Bruno and Pogba are going to do bits for us. We need another quality midfielder like Van der Beek. Fair play to you, Fire Can Rap. Nice one, mate. Yeah, Bruno and Pogba, I mean, together they do look like something quite formidable. This is just the beginning as well. Like, this is just the start of this partnership with Bruno and Fernandes. And it's looking amazing. And actually, it's a trio, isn't it? Because if you see what Matic brings to the side and allows Pogba and Bruno to do, you can see that his worth in the side is instantly massive. Like a little while ago, we weren't too sure what our best midfield was, but I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think we know as fans now that the best balanced midfield for us in terms of experience, in terms of different roles, what the players offer us, how they work together in terms of chemistry, and who does what, who does this, who does that. I think it is Matic, Pogba and Bruno. That makes all the sense in the world. We've seen that in the games that we've been very successful in recently. Sheffield United in this game, we've seen it and we've absolutely smashed them up, and that was the midfield that we had. Matt Rush says City agreed to sell Sane to Bayern, have they? So Sane's going over to Bayern. Yeah, he said he wants to leave. They couldn't reach an agreement with him, so he's off to Bayern then. Thank you, Mrs. P. Thank you. Abbas Hassani says we need a midfielder. Think if some of them get injured, we need creativity. Very good point. Oh, Matt Rush says super chats by Berber and JP Pig. Sorry, lads and lasses, I've missed that. Sorry, I was just talking absolute cod earlier, wasn't I? So massively apologise for missing out your things there. Give me a moment. Let me just find the page with them on here if I can find them back. Is there a way to do it like that? Let's get YouTube open again. Anyway, guys, right. Oh, hang on. I'm just going to have to scroll up on the live chat. Not the best way, but whatever. Oh, here we go. Hey, Matt Rush, thank you so much for the super chat there, man. He's just said Matic-gasm. Thank you very much for that, Matt Rush. Yeah, Matic was flawless today, wasn't he? So nice to see. What a turnaround he's had. Literally gone from being like one of United's worst players to one of United's best players in a short spell of time. Andrikos has missed the game, not well. Sounds like it was good. I hope you feel better, Andrikos, my friend, if you're still tuning in here. Shame you missed the game, but I hope you're feeling better. A2 Munty, shout out to you, A2 Munty. Let me put the live chat on as well, and let's go back up here, see if I can find this other super chat that's gone on. What the hell, man? Where is it? Okay, I'm going to have to do this a different way. Anyway, yeah, nice one. Thank you very much for those guys who have sent the super chats in. Please do us a favour if you're watching this video right now, lads and lasses. 2-foot tackle that thumbs up button. Do give it a little cheeky thumbs up if you can. And get involved in the live chat before we wrap this video up. Love to hear from you. Want to know what you think about the performance. So do get in here, you bloody absolute legiondes. You legiondes of the falls. Okay then. Super chat. Here we go. Nice one. Here we go. Okay, so JP with a super chat says Poggasm. Yeah, Poggasm, mate. Pogba was fantastic again today. Setting things up, pulling the strings, working well. And that combination with Bruno, like I said, it just seems to be something that United have been missing for such a long time. We have, all of a sudden, we've gone from having very little creativity in the centre of midfield to having a whole bunch of creativity in the centre of midfield. With Bruno, with Pogba, with Matic allowing them to do what they do, we've suddenly got this creative force in the centre of the park. And oh my days, long may it continue. It's such a nice change compared to the guff that we've been watching, over the last many years, to be fair. I haven't been as excited about the creativity in our midfield for a long time. Really a long time, actually. So I'm very happy with the sort of feeling and the vibe that we've got around the place at the moment. And Ryan Berberspin 9, massive shout out to you, Ryan Berberspin 9, for your super chat there. He says Bruno-gasm. So we've got 3 super chats. We've got a Bruno-gasm, we've got a Pog-gasm, we've got a Matic-gasm. Gasmin all over the place. We just need a Greenwood-gasm now, and then we'll have the full set. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for your super chats there. Massive shout out to all you legends for getting in there. Griffo Chaz says, first time in a while, I didn't want the halftime whistle because I was enjoying it too much. Well, there you go, Griffo. That tells you everything, doesn't it? Because usually it's not as good as that. It was a sexy first half performance from United. Totally dominated them, took the game to them, cut them open, dominated them in every aspect of the pitch, really. Possession-wise, chances-wise, creation-wise, everything. Amazing to see. Here, Snark says, come on, West Ham. Abbas Hassani says, we have the best midfielders in the league right now. You could make an argument for it now, couldn't you? Firecan Rap says, do you think Van der Beek would be better than Grealish? I think maybe. I mean, I don't know too much about Van der Beek other than that he's highly, highly regarded. I'm not going to pretend and say that I've watched every single game that he's been in and stuff, but I've seen a little bit. But yeah, I mean, he sounds very, very good as a player for Manchester United. Maybe it's a lot about the characters right now. That's why I think maybe Grealish is not the guy. Look, I like a bit of arrogance and I want a bit of tenacity out there on the pitch, which Grealish does give you 100%. But also off the pitch, you know, he's shown himself to be maybe a little bit of a weak character, possibly. But I don't know. I think characters are very important. I don't want a bunch of dickheads in the team. This is what I love about this United side. We've got a bunch of nice lads in there, man. It's brilliant. Even our real tenacious sort of dickheads are really nice lads, so it's great. Premont says, should Ollie pick Greenwood again versus Cherries? 100% Premont, yeah. I mean, we'll see what he does. I think he's going to use the Bournemouth game to maybe have a little bit of a rotation, give one or two players a rest, mix things around a little bit, shuffle the pack, give players a chance that we haven't seen so much of. So maybe you might just see Dan James or something like that given a chance to redeem themselves against Bournemouth, starting players like Brandon Williams also. But no, I do think he'll persevere with Greenwood. He'll probably pick a similar side to the one he picked today with maybe just a couple of changes. Here Snuck says, I wake up with Greenwood, then start my way through the list of name-gasms. United says, Phil-gasm. True Metal Casma says, I'd still think that Martial is better on the left wing and that he should in reality find a true striker. It's an argument that rages on, isn't it? And the one thing about Martial is the consistency. We've been over this 100 times because it's a modern theme, which is, you know, Martial's brilliant, but he's inconsistent. And the same was said when he was played in a wide position, to be fair. Maybe being a wide player is in Martial's future, but at the moment, I think, you know, that performance against Sheffield United the other day was as good as it gets in terms of a centre-forward performance. Getting across defenders, tucking them in at the 6-yard box, having a hand in interplay with your teammates, putting all his chances away. It doesn't get much better than that. But it's the consistency. It's about doing it one week to the next. But I still think he worked hard for the team tonight up there. He worked hard for the team. He was dropping bags, having a hand in our play. He did a bunch of stuff. Did he get many chances in behind the defence one-on-one or anything like that? No, he didn't. But Brighton were playing with a back five. They had a lot of deep players for a lot of the time. So you've got to factor that in too. Yeah, Grealish broke lockdown rules, says Firecan Rap. Yeah, I think he got done for drink driving, didn't he? Eddie says, what's Grealish done off the pitch? I think he... So what he actually did was he basically tweeted out a video or something saying that everyone stay home, stay safe, support the NHS, all this stuff. And then later that night, he was out partying and got done for drink driving on his way back or something. It's like, you're having a mare check, Grealish, mate. But actually, he's a decent player. He's got a good attitude on the pitch, which is what I am mostly interested in. But at the same time, like you say, we want to have a good team ethic and spirit and all that good stuff. Yes, lads and lasses. Crikey, how have we been going that long in this post-match show? That's mad. But anyway, yeah, I think we'll get to pretty much wrapping this up. Get your questions and your thoughts in at the end of this video if you've got anything pressing that you want to say right now. Shout out to you all for tuning in and getting involved. Really love all the bants. Really love all the comments coming in and interacting with you legends. Thanks, Matt Rush. He says, smash a like for the pig. JP, yeah, you're not winning the Champions League this year. I think that's fair. Well, hopefully not. James Price says, did I read that we are listening to offers for Lingard and Jones for 15 million? Crikey, God, please say it's so. Let's run off into the sunset with that one, eh? Get rid of Jones and Lingard for anything would be fantastic. I mean, they're on a lot of money. I don't know how many players are going to pay a transfer fee to then have to pay Lingard 150k a week. True Metal Casper says, Greenwood is my hero tonight. Yeah, man. I mean, right up there. I gave him a 9 out of 10 performance. Same with Bruno Fernandes. I thought they were the two best players on the pitch, really. Jarvis Cocker, what's going on? He says, humble brag alert. My Tesla stock's at an all-time high today and a big win for my beloved Man United. Life is good. Oh, Jarvis Cocker, you absolute nutter playing the old stock market, are you? Fair play to you, son. Yeah, Tesla, good company to get involved with a while ago, 100%. Definitely doing some big bits, man. And also like SpaceX and shit like that, I'm guessing would have been a good thing to get in with. Basically anything to do with Elon Musk would probably be a good thing to get involved with from the ground level up. Or any time, really. Eddie O2 says, laugh my ass off. I still want Grealish over Van der Beek. Fair enough. That's the thing. We'll see what happens there. We'll see what's realistic. I mean, do you really see Manchester United, if we do sign Sancho, sign in another top player as well, like a Van der Beek for big money? Don't know about that. Ellie, have a great evening. Thanks for getting in here and stopping by. Absolute top lass. She says, I'm off. See you all on the next stream. Oh, sorry, gas. Thank you, Ellie. Nibbler says it's imperative we do the same to Bournemouth. JP says, Pig, they're out the Champions League. Oh, I know. Sorry, I thought you meant next season. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, meaning they might, meaning they might do next season, but probably not. Alex says, everyone played great. See ya, Ellie. Yes, everyone was fantastic tonight. I can't really fault any of them. Really good, solid performances were out there. Big Nut says, wow, still going. I just watched the Barca Atletico game and I regret it. I don't know what's gone on there. Hey, Real Madrid are winning La Liga at the moment, aren't they? I think they're ahead. Zinedine Zidane, man, say what you want about him. Like, he's won the Champions League 3 years in a row, didn't he? Was he the manager for all of them? I think he has. I think he's won the Champions League 3 times in a row as manager. And then he went away. Real Madrid was shite. He's come back, and now it looks like they could potentially win the league again straight away. So fair play to Zidane. He's done pretty damn good. Ill United says, Bruno's the best player in the world. He's proven himself to be one of the best in the league right now. He's got a bit of a ways to go, but man, it doesn't really get any better for me in terms of being a positive influence and a great technician out there. He reminds me of the sort of David Silvas of this world, He reminds me of the David Silvas, but with more goal-scoring ability than David Silva. So that's a very dangerous thing, isn't it? Matt Russ says, Bruno must be worth 100 mil, mate. He must be worth in excess of that. He's got to be, because he's only 26 as well. Mr. Big Nut, shout out to you, Devil of a Red, DJ Disco Dave. Ryan says, shout out to Has Maguire tonight. He was dominant, played some great long passes and won every ball in the park and the air on the ground. Yes, mate, solid as a rock from the back line in general tonight. Slabbing Maguire did well. One little dodgy moment from him, but we'll let him off. It didn't lead to a goal because David De Gea made an amazing save. And yeah, I agree with you. I think Slabby, Lindelof, they look probably more solid tonight than they have done for a very long time. So that was brilliant to see. Right then, you bloody heroes, I'm going to wrap this post-match reaction up, but thank you so much to you all for tuning in tonight. Honestly, really appreciate you all for coming back here and just hearing what I got to say. I love doing these videos. I love talking about United. Love having my say and giving my opinions on football. You don't have to agree with them, but, I want to hear your opinions, and thank you for everybody that listens to mine and shares yours. So keep doing it. Thanks to you all for watching this video. Really appreciate it. Do us a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Click the bell icon. You can follow the website, flyingpigunited.com, new Manchester United news source to keep up to date with all Manchester United news. No BS, no clickbait, no nonsense, no guff. Just non-stop, no bullshit United news. So check it out, everyone. You can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. Flying Pig HD and Flying Pig United, or you can follow the Facebook page at Flying Pig United. Okay then, you bloody legends, thank you so much for getting in here. Eddie O2, top man, have a great evening, lad. JP, Mrs. P, One Love, Jarvis Cocker, Ill United, True Metal Chasma, Ryan Burspin 9, Ryan, Matty the Rushmeister, JP, Here Snark, Mikhail Kramer, Devil of a Red, and everybody else who I've not said, but thank you so much for getting in here. We'll leave it there then, everyone, but come on, United are back. We are well on our way to progressing and maybe challenging for the title in a year or two. Believe, Ollie's at the wheel. Tell me, how good does it feel? It feels freaking absolutely fantastic, lads and lasses, doesn't it? Because we're on the way. We're in the right direction. What more can you ask for? Players looking brilliant. Bruno Pogba on form. Greenwood, the future star. Come on, my son! It's Mangasm Chester United. Never mind Manchester United. It's Mangasm Chester. All right then, guys. Come on, my son. 3-0, smashed up the Seagulls. Onwards we march. We're coming after you, Chelsea. Watch yourself, Fat Frank. That's right. I'm going over to see Christine Blinkley later anyway. Right, guys. See you later. Have a good one. I don't mean it, love. I don't mean it. Right, see you in a bit, guys. Take it easy, stay classy. This is the Pig. And come on, United. Oh, yeah. And I can't believe that's 45 minutes or something we've been going. Pretty mental. Abbas Hassani, massive shout out to you. Mikhail Kramer, hero, my friend. PS says, please laugh again. Sorry, it's not going to be. It's got to be organic. Thank you, Alex. He says, give it a like before you leave. Eddie O2, thank you so much, Eddie. Eagle, stay classy, mate. Big Gob Bob, nice one, Big Gob. Here's Snark. Chelsea game melted tomorrow. PS. Nice one. All right, guys. This is the post-match credits to say thanks to all the Patreon followers. Link in the description if you want to help support this show and help me keep the electricity on. You can support us on patreon.com. You can also become a channel member as well. Just click the join button. But make sure you subscribe and you click that bell icon and get involved whenever you can, because you're more than welcome on the Flying Pig United channel. Right, guys, stay classy. Have a good one. Have a great evening. Just like United, we march on. Happy days. 3-0 in the sack. Doesn't get much better than that. This is the Pig. Over and out. Take it easy.